This week on the Spotlight, Paul Gasol tries to explain where the Bulls are at. And also, we go to Sox Fest. Jeff Samardzija, he's a White Sox now. He's trying to battle. We flash back to Michael Jordan playing with the Bulls back in playoff time in the 90s. And Scottie Pippen in the 90s playing for the Bulls in the playoffs. Check out my website, benkowski.com, for my weekly article and up-to-the-minute trivia sites. From wherever Chicago's sports teams are making news, it's the 27th year of the Lansing Floral Sports Spotlight. Flowers for every imaginable occasion at Lansing Floral Shop. Call them at 708-474-1212. They deliver. You got to get to the Cove for Benkowski Trivia, Wednesday, March 25th at 8 p.m. Great people, great game, 1750 East 55th Street, fun times for all. Get to the Cove for my game show. See you there. If you live Southwest, the one you want to try is the Dirty Sock. I'll be there alternate Thursdays at 8 p.m. Great food and great drinking people. With a 30-year Southwest Side tradition, Huck Finn is open 24 hours to serve you with great breakfasts like the Becky Thatcher, soups, great lunches, 1/3 pound burgers, clubs, and much more. Dinners from seafood to steaks to pasta, great donuts, and ice creams. With 3 locations at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero. Stop in today. You know Huck Finn is open. The T-Wax Company has money-making opportunities in the area of real estate. Buy Chicagoland properties. Profit opportunities since 1985. Call my friend Mr. Thomas at 773-456-3057. Want to make money? Call the T-Wax Company. Union Park Bar and Grill, a great place, open at 11 a.m. daily at Jackson and Racine. A huge full bar, tons of screens, great sandwiches and appetizers, great staff. They got a parking lot. Daily specials, always fun. I always have a good time at Union Park Bar and Grill. You've got to get to Amelia's Bar and Grill. They're open for lunch and dinner daily at 46th and Halsted. Limo de Cerdo, Potrero and Mar, Ceviche al Limon, Salmon al Carbone, a new cocktail menu, margaritas, martinis, sangria, and so much more at Amelia's Bar and Grill, 46th and Halsted. Lisa Davis, Insurance and Tax Services, can help you at 107th and Western, specializing in rollovers, tax recovery, tax resolution, and insurance for your business, auto, home, or life. Call them at 773-873-8977. They'll help you like they helped me. Lisa Davis Services.
We had 2 guys that fueled a comeback in Nico and Tony.
Right, yes.
And then suddenly, did you guys run out of gas there? They got a 17-3 run to end the game.
I don't think we ran out of gas. It's just, they're a tough defensive team. We made some shots. Tony made some big shots. Nico made some big shots. Kirk made a big 3 that, got us in the game and the lead at some point. But, they kept working. They got a lot of steals. They're a team that does that well. And they got away with a lot of stuff, too.
I was going to say, you were frustrated a lot of the evening.
Yeah.
Was that based on just what was occurring and how they were calling, or in this case, not calling the game?
Yeah, refereeing was frustrating tonight. But it can happen, I guess. Something you can't control. But it's tough when it affects your performance or the outcome. So it's hard.
Powell, with 3 of your key players out, is the margin of error not to make mistakes, is it much smaller because of that?
For sure, without a doubt. Without a doubt, our margin of error is small. We're battling, and that's what needs to continue to happen. We're working hard. We're giving ourselves a chance. Pretty much in all these last 3 tough games that we had, we keep coming back. We keep working, and we give ourselves a chance. But it's just you make a couple mistakes. You got a couple rough minutes, and all of a sudden you're back down. and these teams that we're playing are pretty good.
How about battling your brother? For many years
Right.
you've battled, and I'm sure you dominated as the older kid, but it's tougher than ever now.
He's playing well, and got himself going with a lot of open shots earlier in the third quarter, and they played a good game overall.
How does it get that spirited like that between you and Mark very
Huh?
often? Does it get kind of spirited?
We're always competitive. We always compete. We always want to do well. Whenever we step on the floor against each other or not. So it's always competitive, and that's part of it. Sometimes he wins, sometimes I win, and that's just the nature of the game. But obviously, it's all about our team, and I wish we could have won tonight.
How you guys seem to, again, fall behind at the end of quarters a lot, start the game. Is there any pattern it happening pretty regularly the last couple of weeks for sure?
Yeah, I don't know about a pattern. I mean, we understand that we want to start our games being on top, and and we try to do things right, but it just hasn't really started that way for us. We're aware, and we try. It's not that we just try to be a little sharper. But teams are starting off sharper than us at this point, and but like I said, we battle and we get ourselves back in games and give ourselves a chance. But the last 3 games obviously have been rough.
Is there any element that, and you guys have a lot of good passers on the team,
Right.
the element of guys, because they are so good passers and they're confident, that leads to turnovers because they'll take chances with the passing?
Well, sometimes that's kind of a double-edged sword when you have guys that are willing passes and they try to get guys baskets. Sometimes you thread the needle too much, and turnovers occur, and we got to cut those down because they lead to too many easy transition points, and that hurts us.
Hey, Paul, when you see Derek back and you did some shooting here today, is that encouraging to see that maybe he might be back with you guys this season?
Yeah, well, that's a plan, I think. So yeah, that's obviously it's encouraging when guys that are hurt are doing well and are improving and taking steps towards getting back on the floor. So and definitely, Derek, Jimmy, and Taj. Those are important guys that right now are not available. So we want all of them to take steps in the right direction and get closer to a return because we're in a critical point of the season, and it's good to be healthy.
Can you prepare your mind for a physical game? Can you anticipate that it's going to be physical? Because you mentioned your frustration, but you kind of knew that this would be a physical game.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the game is going to be physical, but you expect, if they reach and they foul, you expect the calls. And that's not what really happened. They're going to do what they do, and you understand who they are. But if you get tripped, you expect to get the call, the whistle, right? So anyways, it's just, it is what it is. It's just happened tonight that way. Next night, hopefully it'll be a little different, and it'll go more our way.
Mark was saying it's an honor whenever he gets to play against you. Do you feel the same when you...
We're definitely, a very fortunate family and brothers. It is definitely a huge privilege to play against your brother at this level, at this stage, and both do so well. So it is a huge honor and privilege and pride to be able to, to do that, to be in the position that we are.
Thank you. You've got to get to Lansing Floral Shop. Open at 8 a.m. daily. Besides a great array of live flowers, they have custom silks, Bridgewater candles. They want you to plan your parties early at a wide delivery area. They're located at 3420 Ridge Road in Lansing, or you can call 708-474-1212. Weddings, funerals, birthdays, anniversaries, and guys, try the No Reason flower. Believe me, it works. Lansing Floral Shop. Give them a call, 708-474-1212. Kim G. Sherman, psychotherapist, Desplaines Wellness Center. Therapy for individuals, couples, families. Call 847-962-4849. I've known Kim for over 20 years. She is a true professional, and she will help you. Give her a call. Cornelio's Mobile Auto Glass. They come to you. You call them at 773-908-6081. Lowest prices, new and used. Open Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. They'll do your windshield, back window, or sides. They did a great job for me. They'll do a great job for you, and you'll be amazed at how quickly they come in and finish it up. Cornelio's Mobile Auto Glass. Nuevo Leon, for the best Mexican cuisine since 1962. Serving every day from 7 a.m. to midnight. Conveniently located 1515 West 18th Street, just a block east of Ashland in Chicago. Of course, they have breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and a wide range of menu items. Everything from steak, seafood, to breakfast, to chicken, pork, dine-in, carry-out, tacos, enchiladas, everything you can imagine, and great quality at Nuevo Leon, 1515 West 18th. Welcome back to the Spotlight. We talk Sox Fest. Jeff Samardzija is now on the south side. The former Notre Dame wide receiver is with the Chicago White Sox, and he talks about being here.
I think I'm just excited in the situation I'm in. I'm a year away from free agency. I've worked my tail off. I've came from pretty much nothing in the big leagues, to where I am today, and so I think I have a good sense of center of where I need to be as a person and as a player, because I've seen both sides. I've seen the good and I've seen the bad. So I understand how fragile it is with what we do and how hard work it is and this and that. And so I'm just trying to enjoy myself, I'm trying to go in and just let it all hang out this year and give everything I have to this organization and this year and then go from there, I'm not one that looks ahead and tries to predict things. I know nothing's for sure, and you never know how things are going to turn and the route they're going to go. So I'm going to try and stay humble and you just do what I've done before, which is work hard in the off season, prepare my body to be 100% for the season, and then when I get out there 32, 33 times, just let it rip.
Your buddy Rizzo on the other side of town predicted a division title. I'm sure you saw that.
Yeah.
You want to take a shot at doing the same thing on this side of town?
I'm going to just let Rizzo keep talking. So I'm going to let him keep talking about that, where he's hitting in the order and and this and that. Anthony's a good dude, man. He's a good friend of mine, and I've given him enough stuff for the years I played with him about his media interviews. So great to have personalities like that in this city, and obviously I wish him the best. And I think the ideal situation is if we're meeting at the end of the year. So I think that's what it's all about, and I think that's the goals for both teams. And like I said before, it's really exciting to have those goals be realistic for both teams. So the city deserves it, and everyone deserves it, man. That's what it should be in the city.
Are you living in the same place you were last year, or are you still renting and not buying here?
No, I'm just renting, man. When I got traded, I got rid of everything. I didn't think I was coming back, so I got rid of everything. So yeah, I'm starting fresh and a clean slate. Now I know what I like and what I don't like, and where I want to live and where I don't want to live. So like I said, definitely a whirlwind experience, and to come full circles is really unexpected, but I'm really excited and happy to be here.
You weren't with Oakland very long, but you spent some time with a quality organization and a perennial winner. Did you come away from that group learning anything about the way they do things?
Yeah, they do things a little differently is what I learned. So, I really learned that if you have anything to whine about in another organization as a young kid coming up, you don't. Because you go over there and play with the A's and you see how things work and the way it is, you won't complain, because you're the best guy and the guys that are playing the best play, period. Obviously your service time has a little bit to do with it and what you're involved in, but they throw everyone into the blender and they see who comes out and ready to play as a big leaguer. And they don't play favorites, which was really exciting to see, and that's what it's all about, is putting the best 25 guys out there minus the politics. And like I said, outside of contract control and service time, they put out the best guys that they feel are in the organization, high A to triple A to the big leagues. So it's cool to see how they run that. And it's definitely a different view on things, and it's definitely something to remember in the long run.
Jeff, what about the staff that you're part of this season? It seems to be top to bottom pretty good.
Yeah, I think you throw about 7, 8, 9 staffs in the hat, and I think you pick one of them, and the winner at the end of this year is going to be who performs the best. I think on paper there's a lot of staffs that are about equal, and I think you throw us in that mix with all those top end staffs with the Dodgers and Seattle and so on down the line, and now it's just about going out and playing the games and then seeing where everyone falls at the end of the year. But I think to have your hat in that conversation is exciting, and now it's just up to the staff itself to go out and perform to the expectations.
What did you miss the most when you were in California about Chicago?
I miss driving in, man, from the airport into the city, and I think when you land in O'Hare and you come in from out west, and you kind of see the skyline sometimes. Other times it's a little foggy. But there's that sense of excitement, that crispness in the air that usually you don't get anywhere else, and usually makes the hair stand up on the back of your neck a little bit, and it's time to go. So it always kind of seems like football season in Chicago, so maybe that's why I feel like home all the time. But
Do you think it's possible for a starting pitcher to be considered sort of a clubhouse leader for the entire team? And if so, do you look forward to that?
Yeah, absolutely. I think they need to be. I don't necessarily think that they need to go until the hitter's out of hit, but I think as a guy that watches the game every day, and obviously you only play once every 5th day, but those other 4 days you would assume you're on the top step watching and rooting your guys on. So you almost have a coach's point of view when it comes to certain things because you watch it from afar. So I think when it comes to certain things like work ethic and attitude on the field, attitude off the field, you can definitely help out in those situations and stay on guys. And as long as you're doing your work and you're working hard and show that you care, they'll listen to you and they'll respect you. If you're not doing the hard work yourself and you're kind of moping around, and then you go tell a guy to kick it in gear, it's not coming from a good place. So they're probably not going to respect you too much. So I'm gonna go out and do my job and work hard and just be there. You got to be there for guys whenever you can.
Kenny Williams has brought a football mentality to the organization by his own admission, and I wonder if you've ever talked to him about his experiences and the relatability that way.
Oh, yeah, we just talked real briefly about the type of guys they wanted to bring into the organization, and I think you've seen that with the guys that have brought in, all type of personalities. I don't know if you guys have got a chance to meet LaRoche and Melky and those guys, but you talk to them, that's it. You're talking baseball, and every time that's what it comes down to. Maybe a little hunting here and there, with LaRoche, but most of the time you're talking baseball. When this guy pitched me this way 4 years ago, or 5, it's really exciting to hear that love for the game that they have, and that seemed like what they wanted to do with this team is get those type of guys in the locker room, and I think they've done that, and you got to live and breathe this sport if you want to be good at it, and the more guys you have around doing that, the better.
With a 30-year Southwest Side tradition, Huck Finn is open 24 hours to serve you with great breakfasts like the Becky Thatcher, soups, great lunches, 1/3 pound burgers, clubs, and much more. Dinners from seafood to steaks to pasta, great donuts, and ice creams. With 3 locations at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero. Stop in today. Huck Finn is open. Go play at Red Shoes Billiards, 12009 South Pulaski in Alsip, featuring 16 Brunswick Gold Crown pool tables, drop fluorescent lighting fixtures, and the fabulous grade of cloth. Call 708-388-3700. And now video gaming is available at Red Shoes from open till close. And don't forget, the Illinois Lottery, too. That's Red Shoe Billiards, 12009 South Pulaski. You should get to the Dirty Sock on alternate Thursdays at 8 p.m. when I do my trivia game. They have great food, great drink, great people at 93rd and Roberts Road. It's a fun place. I've been going there for years. So start coming out on Thursday nights at least. I'll see you at 8 o'clock. We'll have fun. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair at 108th and Kedzie does tune-ups, transmission, AC service, engine repair, tire repair, oil changes, and emission system repair. They're open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., and they've done a great job for me. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair at 108th and Kedzie. Family Dentist, Lawrence Ferlin, he's my guy. 109th and Kedzie, crowns, veneers, cleanings, improving your smile. 773-233-7044. He's the guy. go to Lawrence Ferlin.
We're back in the spotlight at the Met Center in Minnesota, and certainly this is unfriendly territory for Chicago fans. But the Bulls have had some trouble, but the fans are very friendly. A dominant place, the Chicago Stadium. The problem started last Friday night against the San Antonio Spurs. In the first quarter, Michael Jordan was up to his old tricks. You've seen this move, well, maybe something like it, when he takes it to the hoop and spins around and scores and gets fouled. The Bulls led by 2 at the quarter. But the Spurs have some big people, and they started to wear them down. Sean Elliott, who had 25 in the game, with the jam. San Antonio led by 5 at the half. Then Mr. Robinson's neighborhood. Watch the alley-oop and the slam. Spurs up by 18. But David can make a mistake. This erroneous foul from behind helps Michael with a 3-point play. Bulls cut it to 10 in the fourth. Scottie Pippen then with a spectacular play. Watch him now on the fine defense. He'll get the steal. Then, incidentally, he finished with 32 on the day. Gets the 3. Bulls cut it to 100-99, and the fans go nuts. But David Robinson was very, very clutch down the stretch. That Navy discipline, he hits the free throws, and San Antonio wins it. Final Spurs 110, Bulls 107. David, when you hit those key free throws down the stretch and you had a couple of pairs, you looked ultra relaxed up there, and a couple of us at the press table said it's that Navy discipline. How much of that helps you these days?
It helps me a great deal. You know, I think really it helps me train. It helps me everything. And now when I try to visualize some things, I go up to the line at the end of the game. It's just like practice, and I just try to settle down and hit the shot. And I'm so much more confident because of the way that I train and the way that I learn. So I think it's helped me a great deal.
But we know we're very capable of beating this team. We had some close battles with them, and I just think that we had a couple of lapses where we gave them a good head start, and we had to fight ourselves back into the ball game. If we come out and play a good 48-minute basketball, we have a better chance of beating them.
Any thoughts about the rough crowd reaction on Stacy?
No, I mean, this crowd in Chicago is just tough. All they want to see you do is play good, hard basketball, and when you talk about wanting to get out of here, I think they take it to heart.
Fans are going to have their perspective on things that go on, and I think this is just a learning experience for me. It's sort of like a punishment, for my little actions, and I accepted. It was something that I thought was childish on my part, and it's now I'm paying for it with the crowd, so I'm not going to really let it affect me.
How do you win them back?
Get them back, yeah. Oh, you just got to play hard. I was out there playing hard tonight, so eventually, it's going to take some time, because I think they're still upset with me, and I'm a young player, so I'm just going to continue to work hard and do positive things, and hopefully I can win them back. If not, I'm gonna still work hard.
Linda Martin was working hard when she covered the Bulls and Sixers last Sunday. Michael Jordan's steal in the early basket put the Bulls up front, and then the pass to Scottie Pippen, 28-22 Chicago after 1. But Hersey Hawkins, a native Chicagoan from Westinghouse, played a role, the long jumper, and Philly was on the comeback trail. Armin Gilliam, the intimidator, inside. The Sixers were coming back strong. Then Ron Anderson, the long jump shot. And Philly was definitely back in the game. It would go to overtime, but key plays like this. And Philadelphia wins it 114-111.
We really we did a good job, especially in light of the fact that they made a big run on us in the middle of that second quarter when they stole the ball and they got open floor to get up, 14 points or whatever. So the fact that we got it back tight at half gave us a chance. And then Hawkins, I thought, was magnificent in the overtime.
In that run, Grant got in foul trouble and they took him out. How important was that at that point?
Well, I wasn't about to feel sorry for him with Grant in foul trouble.
Everyone thought it was going to be the absence of Barkley that made the difference, but actually it was the presence of Hawkins.
Well, Hawkins, as I said, he came up huge in the overtime. And I think Ron Anderson had a big game for us, and Armin Gilliam. With Child's not here, we need people to step up. And I thought offensively, those three guys in particular did an excellent job.
Scotty, what a surprise to us all. We thought that the game was yours with the absence of Barkley.
Well, yeah, I mean, they're a team with, guys that can attack with scores, and guys like Hawkins and Ron Anderson. We expected them to come out and have a good game, and it caused some problems for us. Anderson got going late in the game, and then Hawkins started attacking. So, I mean, the dribble penetration really sort of hurt us today.
You really had a fierce fourth quarter.
Well, yeah, I was trying to attack, and try to, make them play some defense on the other end. But, in overall point, they were the better team today.
I eat on the pasta twice just.
Salerno's Restaurant and Pizzeria at Grand and Racine is the place to go before United Center Pavilion, Bulls, Hawks, Cubs, and Sox too. Dine in or carry out with great family recipes, including homemade pastas, steaks, seafood, a great fun bar area. Meet people, have a tremendous time. At Salerno's Restaurant and Pizzeria, Grand and Racine, you'll find a great variety of foods for you to enjoy at Salerno's.
Perfect Pitch Auto Repair at Watt 108th and Kedzie is great. Tune-ups, transmissions, AC service, engine repair, tire repair, oil changes. They're open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. They do a great job for me, and they'll do a great job for you. They're quick, and they don't charge an arm and a leg. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair, 108th and Kedzie. You've got to get to Shelton Fireworks, the world's largest warehouse, off Interstate 94, exit 22B in Porter, Indiana. Row after row of the best fireworks anywhere, from the little ones to the grand finales that'll end your show. Birthdays, anniversaries, graduations, in addition to the 4th of July. Just get over there to Shelton Fireworks now. Then you can reload by the time summer comes. Shelton Fireworks, I-94, exit 22B in Portage. Reggie's is a great place with tons of music, interesting people and staff, great food and drink at 21st and State. And amongst the cool things they have, Benkowski Trivia. All shows are now Monday at 6 p.m. Reggie's, 21st and State, a fun place. We flash back about 9 years. Scottie Pippen was a major playoff contributor.
Offensively, I didn't think that we shot the ball very well throughout the whole game, but I thought our defense really did a great job of really stopping them, and offensively, it created some opportunities for us.
Scottie, were you just going to keep shooting until your shot started to drop?
Yeah, that's pretty much what it was. I mean, I wasn't going to back away from my shot. You know, I feel like that I had good rhythm, and Coach Winter came over and told me just catch the ball and pull up and shoot it. And, you know, once I started to find my rhythm and just pulling up and shooting it, it felt a lot better. Instead of me anticipating them charging out and trying to get some penetration, I just, you know, went and just started shooting the ball.
Scottie, you all haven't played your best games, but you're up 2-0 and they're down 0-2. What are you all thinking? What do you think the Knicks are thinking?
Well, I think we realized that we haven't played well, and I think they realized that, you know, neither ball club has probably played well throughout this series, but, you know, I know it's going to come a day in a game where we're going to be able to step up and play the way that we know that we're capable of playing. So, you know, I think our defense has been what's carried us the last couple games.
On Sunday, you said that the Knicks missed an opportunity to get you up. Do you feel the same way tonight?
It could easily happen that way. I mean, we haven't had a game where, you know, we've shot the ball, have been in sync throughout the course of the game. I mean, defenses have been really consistent. We've been able to hold them when we hadn't really been able to do anything or generate anything offensively. So our defense has been pretty consistent, which is one of the two ball games for us. But we know we have to play a lot better when we go to New York. You know, we're going to have to certainly get other players involved so that, you know, we can be clicking on all cylinders.
This week's show has been brought to you by the Lansing Floral Shop. Call for your flowers at 708-474-1212. Huck Finn, a great wide-ranging menu, along with donuts and ice cream. Open 24 hours at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero. Imprint Graphics, leaders in booklet, perfect bound saddle stitch. Very competitive pricing, 708-396-1010.